Why does God allow suffering and illness to befall the faithful? I wonder how many have read the book of Job of the Old Testament. He was very faithful and prayed to God every day. And what happened was that the evil one asked God to test Job. And God said, I'll allow you, but don't touch his faith. So why does God send suffering and illness? Just as wax, unless it is heated and softened, cannot accept the seal we place on it, so man, unless he is tested by labors and illnesses, cannot receive the seal of God's virtue. And this is why the Lord says to the Holy Paul, My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in sickness, in his weakness. And the Apostle Paul himself boasts in these words, Most gladly therefore will I rather boast of my infirmities, that the power of Christ may dwell in me. 2 Corinthians 12:9. I remember I had a friend whose little girl, 4.5 years old, had rheumatoid arthritis. And we were opening up the Holy Bible concerning her trials. Her daughter became well again after receiving the holy myrrh of the miraculous icon of Andros. Now, she said, why was this happening? Why is this happening to our family? And she opened up the Holy Bible, and a passage befell her that said, When trials come, and I let them come to you, I want to see who will you turn to? Will you turn to me, or will you turn to the evil one? That was the answer that he gave. So that's what, of course, applies to all of us. Now, the book of Proverbs also writes, Whom the Lord loves, he disciplines. He scourges everyone he receives as his child. Proverbs 3:12. The apostle, by saying diseases, means the attacks of the enemies of the cross, which constantly happened to him and to all the saints of that time, so that they would not be proud, as he himself says, because of excessive revelations. 2 Corinthians 12:7. But rather that they would remain in humility in the state of perfection, and with frequent humiliations maintain the gift of God with loyalty. But now when we say diseases, we mean evil thoughts and physical illnesses. At that time, because the bodies of the saints who struggled against sin were given over to deadly wounds and various other evils, they were far superior to their passions than that entered human nature because of sin. But now, because the peace of the churches is increasing by the grace of the Lord, the fighters for piety must be tested in the body with continuous illnesses and in the soul with evil thoughts, and especially those in whom spiritual knowledge acts with every sense and inner information, so that they may avoid all vanity and every proud thought that may be able, as I said, to receive in their hearts with great humility the seal of divine beauty, according to what David says, The light of your face is imprinted upon us, O Lord, Psalm 4:7. Therefore we must endure the will of God with thanksgiving, and this will be counted to us as a second martyrdom, both the constant illnesses and trials and tribulations and the battle against demonic thoughts. For the devil, who then told the holy martyrs through those lawless rulers to deny Christ and desire the glory of life, stands now and says the same thing to the servants of God without ceasing. He who then made the bodies of the saints suffer and excessively abused the honored teachers of the gospel through those who served those devilish minds, the same one now brings upon the confessors of piety various sufferings with many insults and humiliations, when indeed they help the poor who suffer with great power for the glory of the Lord. And for this reason it's necessary to work with certainty and patience the martyrdom of our conscience before God. As David says, I waited patiently for the Lord, and he showed me attention. Psalm 38:2. This is from St. John the Carpathian, the Holy Monastery of the Holy Fathers of Mount Athos. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. I wish you all beautiful holy days of Christmas and a very happy, blessed, and healthy New Year. Thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.